However, it has all the trappings of one that is, making it extremely easy to suspend disbelief and feel that sense of immersion we so often hope to find in games. This illusion only takes a tiny amount of investigation to shatter though. If you spend time following different people in the city, you'll find that each is not an individual, they are an archetype. One who is assigned a zone to operate within and then move around interacting with environmental prompts that align with whatever their assigned tasks are. She'll clean clothes in any wash tub she comes across, he'll pick up boxes to take from one spot to another, he'll count the inventory of every pile of stuff he sees, but there is no rhyme or reason for any of it. Doing these things doesn't give them new clothes to wear or earn them money to help support their lifestyle or change the resources the city has, because why would it? Who cares about a nameless NPC's ability to meaningfully change their life? What does matter is that at a glance, it seems as if whatever they're doing could, and in all likelihood, you'll only ever give them a glance. In the game, you're a witcher and have better things to do than watch this guy saw this piece of wood without ever making progress. You've got a daughter to find and monsters to slay, so while you may take a moment to appreciate the moving pieces of the city, the game is designed in a way where you're most likely just going to run by these people, because what you have going on is more important and interesting than any single person's mundane life here. The game doesn't need to do anything more because all that matters is that it adds to the player's sense that this could be a real place, giving more weight to the aspects of the gameplay and story that actually do matter to them. When Ciri feels like a missing part of a place with a sense of life to it, it makes finding her feel even more important. Designing a city in a way that enhances the player's experience obviously goes beyond how it operates or seems to operate. It also can be seen in its layout. Historically, major cities in the real world sprung up near various water sources that best allowed for agriculture and trade, and then had to take the natural environment into account when developing their infrastructure. In games though, devs aren't having to figure out how to build around the natural landscape, they're making the landscape. Every aspect can be developed together to match the architect's vision and not have to compromise to account for reality. The existence of a river might be used in the lore to justify why a city is there, but the actual reason is to give the player something to interact with. So whether it be Novigrad's rivers, terrain, or placement of buildings, they all exist for the player and have the dual purpose of seeming like a plausible feature while also being engaging to play around. Now this can all be a hard line to walk, especially when certain goals may be at odds with one another. For instance, it seems pretty clear that CD Projekt Red wanted Novigrad to feel like a maze of a city that anyone could get lost in, but at the same time, as the game puts a lot of emphasis on exploration, they almost certainly wanted it to feel navigable as to not create constant friction for players whenever they tried to go from one spot of the city to another. Depending on the quests the player pursues and choices they make, they can spend an inordinate amount of time in just the city alone, so making sure that moving through it didn't feel worse than moving through any other area of the game mattered a fair bit.